Starting to look a little better. I mean, if you look at that chat static project, there's all kinds of style sheets there. So we could style some of the other components. Heck, maybe we even need to make a few more components. We'll see. Use your own judgment there. But I think this sounds like a fine exercise for the class. Now, the README in your project right now will actually be the Create React App user guide, and maybe you want to keep it that way, but I'm going to replace mine. So we have a good place to put your homework. So, let's see here. H1, Chaturang. If we want to put a little description in here, say the final project for Extern Bootcamp 2018, Session 3. Based on, someone this morning asked how to put a link in Markdown, like in your README. So let's find mine. Chaturang. Oops. XT. Dang it. GitHub.com. Chaturang. In this case, it's based on Chaturang Afternoon. So I'll copy this URL. Based on, to do a link, you can totally just put HTML in here. That works in the middle of Markdown. Or I could put inside brackets what I want to appear on the page. So based on Davies code, and in parentheses, the URL. And that puts a link in there. All right. Day 6 homework. Create and style some more components based on the chat static content. There should be approximately one CSS file per component that you make. Style some of the ones that are already there. Add some new ones based on the CSS files that you see. And remember, static.html contains the markup. So another thing you can do is look through the markup for any class names that are capitalized. That's a pretty good indication that I intend that to be a component. So use those as your guides, create some more components, and try to style them. I'll go ahead and tell you now, if you see any hover and stuff like that in the CSS, you're going to struggle to make that work. So just ignore the hover rules and stuff for now, and I'll show you a trick tomorrow for that. Not tomorrow, right. So we'll skip straight to Super Mega Bonus Credit Hyperfighting, because this is rather ambitious. But, okay, it's a lot of bullet points. So basically what I'm asking you to do is make the sign-in thing work. Not make a whole user management thing. Just make a form that if you put in a username, it logs you in. So I've already broken this down for you because I know that sounds like a lot. So make a sign-in component. We can make new components, right? With a form that takes a username or email or whatever. Whatever. Okay, so far nothing we haven't done before, right? We make components, we can make forms. When the form is submitted, save that user in the state of the app component. We can do that. We already made a form that when you submit it, adds something to the state of another component. Just do that, this time with a user. And when state.user is not set, show the sign-in component. When state.user is set, show the main component. So that's the part we don't know how to do yet. In the good old React documentation, under main concepts, there's a page here for conditional rendering. Don't forget that that's there. I can't remember if I shared a direct link here or not. But you know, you have a link to the React docs. You can find them. Conditional rendering is what we're talking about. If one thing is true, render this component. If this other thing is true or if that's false, show a different component. Several ways to do this. Basically, we're trying to put if statements inside JSX. But maybe if statements aren't exactly what you want. There's lots of ways to do it. Just pick one that works and see if you can make this happen. Up to here, not so hard. These last two, that's the only trick. Conditional rendering. And the hint is right there. So you know what to Google or know what to look for in the docs. I know you can do it. Super Mega Bonus Credit Hyperfighting and then some, Champion Edition. Don't blow your fingers off with fireworks. Add day 6 homework.